Once again, a casual viewer, has placed upon himself the task of answering the question, why does Rick care? Instead of passing my classes saying this on Sunday, well, I had written the script on Sunday before I had assumed I had failed a test. Sorry, Mom. I mean, he himself, as the self-proclaimed smartest in the universe, basically says life is meaningless. In fact, he's the one who said this.
What people call love is just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed. It hits hard, Morty, then it slowly fades, leaving you stranded in a failing marriage. Break the cycle, Morty. Rise above. Focus on science.
Love can be defined as an intense feeling of deep affection. Well, according to psychology today, all of us have an intense desire to be loved and nurtured. Most of us believe a significant determinant of our happiness is whether we feel loved and cared for. I believe this statement to be true even though Rick shows little care for any of the family members in season 1, even Morty. He only usually associates with him because it benefits him or Morty's complaining about something. Rick usually just uses his high intellect to manipulate every situation to his benefit, which in season 2-3ish is how he gets, Jerry booted from the family for a short period of time. Whether it's putting seeds up Morty's rectum to get his parents off his back.
I didn't know hanging out with you was making me smarter.
Full disclosure, Morty, it's not. Temporary superintelligence is just a side effect of the megaseeds dissolving in your rectal cavity.
Or incepting his teacher so Morty has less homework, which gives him more time to help Rick. The first time we ever see Rick truly care for Morty with nothing in it for him is episode 5's Me Seeks and Destroy, which is probably one of the best episodes of the season. In my opinion, well, it's factual. It's factual. I said it, so it's gotta be true, right? In the episode, Rick goes on an adventure created by Morty. During their journey, Morty goes to the bathroom where he gets assaulted by a jelly bean while Rick is singing Sweet Home Alabama. Since Rick isn't stupid, he sees what's going on and is actually nice to Morty for the rest of the episode, even continuing the bet when Morty wants to quit. Rick isn't a bad guy, plus why would he let that bum go after what he did to his grandson? By the end of the episode and their adventure, he hits that jelly bean with a good old Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't think you can go through life and have an enjoyable and meaningful life without relationships, be it friends, family, or a lover. In season 1, we see Rick constantly drunk, and it's a fact. Many people drink to feel better in tough situations, even those who are close to me. AFMC.org states that at least 30 to 50% of people who drink too much are also depressed. Now, why would someone like Rick, who could have anything he wanted whenever he wants, feel so empty inside that he needs drugs to take the pain away? Well, this is only a guess, but I believe it's because he's lonely. I mean, we only see Rick show happiness or positive traits when surrounded by those close to him that he seemingly cares for. Except that time. But let's chalk that one up to the game, alright? Yeah. In the last episode of season 1, Risky Business, we learn what Wubba Lubba Dub Dub truly means.
In my people's tongue, it means, I am in great pain. Please help me.
The truth is, the hard reality is, even if Rick is the smartest being in the universe, he's still only human and not the god that he portrays himself to be. Quite frankly, that whole bit seems like a lie that he tells the audience and himself. In the same episode, Morty is presented with an opportunity to never have to adventure with Rick, but he chooses to clean the house, and doing so is able to continue going adventures with his grandfather because he loves going on adventures with Rick. Because he loves Rick. Rick enjoys his time with his grandkids. He even admits he loves his grandkids at the end of the episode.
I love my grandkids. Aww. Psych, just kidding.
Other time, Rick proves he loves his family, excluding Jerry, because, Jerry is in the first episode of season 2, A Wrinkle in Time. He sacrifices himself for Morty, hoping he would turn out better than he did.
I'm okay with this. Be good, Morty. Be better than me.
Becomes Tiny Rick to take out a vampire for Morty in summer, or when he creates a whole world for Beth that she was super unappreciative of when she grew older. Ungrateful bozo.
Holy this thing has claws!
Yeah, I get it. It's a child-proof world.
No, seriously! This hurts really bad!
You've made your point, Dad!
With the power of love, Rick becomes a better and more positive person over the course of the show. Well, he does his best. And I know I spent the first half of the video talking about how love is a beautiful thing, but over the course of the series, Rick keeps his cards close to his chest, so to speak. And I don't blame him, since we only see him get burned pretty badly a lot of the time. One example is season 2 episode 3, autoerotic assimilation. In this episode we meet Unity, a hive mind who was an old love interest from back in the day.
These are my grandkids, Summer and Morty. Summer, Morty, this is Unity. We sort of used to date.
We see them together and it's just a toxic relationship. Rick immediately gets Unity into all sorts of hijinks, shenaniganery? Yeah, I don't know, shenanigans. And it's just a bad influence overall.
No, I think Unity's great and you're a horrible influence on it.
Unity realizes this and ends the relationship there, not being strong enough to say it in person, she said.
Rick, forgive me for doing this in notes. I'm not strong enough to do it in persons.
I realize now that I'm attracted to you for the same reason I can't be with you. You can't change.
But I know how it goes with us. I lose who I am and become part of you. Because in a strange way, you're better at what I do without even trying. Yours. And nobody else's. Unity.
And because of this, Rick tricks it extremely poorly, even trying to take his own life in the end of the episode, in one of the most powerful scenes in the show. This really messes Rick up, and the last episode of the season is another heavy blow for him. Episode 21, Wedding Squanchers. Rick finally opens himself to others, and guess what happens? If you guessed anything positive, you were wrong. His best friend gets shot repeatedly in front of him, and he's unable to do anything about it. Something so unforeseen and traumatic hardens Rick's heart once again, and he says this.
And the government, and me for letting my guard down, which I will never do again.
After that, he hears this strain he puts on his family, and he decides to save them from being miserable for the rest of their lives because of him, by turning himself into the government because he loves them. To wrap it all up, the reason Rick cares is because he just grew up and realized life isn't meaningful without positive and maybe even negative relationships. That's just what makes life life. But what do I know? I'm just a 16-year-old who can't pass chemistry, but I can pass the test I was talking about. Boom! Full circle.